As a kid, Michael Jackson saw his four brothers sing and he wanted to be a part of it. Well, Joe told Michael no and that he was too young. Joe was hard to his sons, even to his daughters. So Michael was upset that he can't sing with his brothers. But he found a other way to sing. Michael sang at his elementary school. He sing "Climb Every Mountain." Michael sound like an angel when he sing. Joe was so happy. Michael's mother, Catherine, knew Michael had the voice to sing, and she was crying happy tears. Joe didn't know Michael can sing. Seeing Michael do that made Catherine yelled out. The Jackson 5 had begun, and that's what happened. Michael, Tito, Jermaine, Jackie, and Marlon went up on stage in the spotlight and sing. As the Jackson brothers made album covers and money, Joe was getting tough on them as they work. Joe would get something hard to hit Michael and his brothers if they mess up. As Michael got into teenage years, he still sing with his brothers. But it was still hard and tough for Michael because Jermaine left the group and baby brother Randy joined in to be in Jermaine's spot. So it was Michael, Tito, Jackie, Marlon, and Randy, and not Jermaine. As Michael went into his 20s, he went on his own road to make his own songs and to start his own career, and he went solo. When Michael was called by Diana Ross to join in the movie called The Wiz, as soon Joe knew about it, he didn't want Michael part of it. But Michael did it anyway. Michael liked being in The Wiz. The makeup of being the scarecrow in the movie actually helped cover his pimples on his face after starring in The Wiz. He released Off the Wall on August 10th, 1979. This album was Michael's first solo album and went on to sell more than 6 million copies. And the album Off the Wall was Michael's first of fifth solo album and the first after leaving Motown, before Off the Wall came out in 1979 after he left Motown. He took off with a series of successful solo albums and appearance in movies and on television. Then Michael went to the Music Awards to have Off the Wall won Favorite Soul R&B album at both the 1980 and 1981 American Music Awards. In 2008, it was induced into the Grammy Hall of Fame. When Off the Wall came out in 1979, Michael was 21 years old at the time the record was released. In 1982, Music for E.T. came out. Michael was doing the voice of the audiobook and soundtrack companion album for Steven Spielberg's groundbreaking classic, E.T. the Extraterrestrial. The album won the King of Pop one of his 8 Grammys in 1984, and it may have been the most important win of his career. From a young age, Michael was deeply inspired by James Brown's performances. His mother, Catherine, would make Michael watch James Brown perform on television from the age of 6, and he was mesmerized by James Brown's dance moves. While Michael Jackson's father, Joe Jackson, pushed him and his brothers to rehearse extensively for hours daily, leading to a demanding and difficult childhood. Michael himself stated that he was compelled by his own inner love for music, not forced by his parents, and that his talent was natural. He enjoyed performing from a very young age, even when he was just a toddler. Michael knew Joe was very tough on him.